because the way I used to do it for a while was literally just like mash the A button. So it's certainly doable that way.
Yeah, it's funny to think of tricks that are like a standard feature of runs nowadays as, you know, and be thinking of them as someone was the first to do this in real time.
Right. So we're off.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I haven't really been following very many of the new runners in terms of their runs, so I'm actually kind of excited to see how well they're doing. Even Whale has been around for a while now, but I don't think I've actually seen too many of his runs, especially not recently.
Yeah,
should be good.
He hasn't really been playing much on stream recently.
Oh, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think he was playing like 7 months ago. Then he just stopped completely.
Okay, but I mean, he's been on the tournament stream.
Yeah, he has.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you're a washed-up speedrunner. You start slowly caring less. Even though I really shouldn't be, because I mean, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm enjoying watching the simulation like I used to.
Yeah, this tournament has been a fun watch overall.
Yeah, I kind of wish Ross had joined because I would have joined. I would have been forced to join, but he didn't join.
Yeah, talk about washed up speedrunners. How about that Ross guy?
Wow, you're just all going after Ross now. Is that it?
Nah, I miss Ross.
I can join in on that some of that action. But I probably shouldn't be saying too much, considering I'm washed up too. Did you guys see my last tournament race?
You got a 113.
Yeah. I mean, 113 is fine comparatively, but it's certainly the worst time I've gotten in probably years.
Yeah, and you used to be Mr. Consistent, always getting 110, even if you're rusty.
And even now, I don't think I'm like super bad when it comes to consistency. Did you guys see the little dance Whale just did, trying to get out of the mothball tunnel? I thought that was pretty cute.
Oh, I didn't. I'm watching at about 3 or 4 frames per second right now.
Oh, okay. Well, he was going for the red door, and it's something I've done before. When you roll through the mothball tunnel, you end up rolling back in there.
Oh yeah.
And he repeated that like 3 times.
Yeah, that's always fun when that happens.
I don't think I've had that specific thing happen, but I've definitely cut my jump short and morphed back down.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying.
Yeah,
that's
that
annoying
too.
I used to just jump up to the platform and oh no, PeachDrink shot a missile diagonally up. He should be able to finish off he finished off the hive just fine.
Yeah, he knew how to handle it.
That's always good to say. Hive room is one of those rooms where it's easy to just go from bad to very bad.
I'm sure you know if you've been playing a bunch of hard mode. Actually, wait, you get long.
No, hard mode, 100%. It's trivial.
If you're really old school, you know Hive Room pretty well.
Dude, I still recoil in horror thinking about old Hive Room.
I feel like it. Well, I mean, you'd probably end up falling down once on average, but I don't remember it being that horrible. I mean, certainly when Sam discovered the alternative, it was worth using right away, but I don't remember it as being that horrible.
You know, when I posted it, I wasn't even sure it was worth doing, so it's hard. The old strategy is not the worst thing in the world, it's just not quite as consistent. Like, you're losing what?
That's being really generous.
Well, the thing is, you're losing 2-3 seconds on average, but it's just 2 or 3 seconds. It's not like the worst thing in the world.
And we made up some pretty cool sort of strats that sort of work sometimes. Like I remember Mobius had a
he had
damage
a really
boost that was it worked sometimes, and when it worked, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I get for not hanging around. Was that even the Skype group days?
Probably not. I don't remember.
No, those were definitely the Skype group days.
Yeah, for not actually
back
hanging
in
just
the early days.
Right.
I tried to learn old Hive Room just from like watching videos of it. I'm pretty sure I gave up after like half an hour.
I'm pretty sure if you go to Mobius's YouTube channel, you'll find a clip of him getting the old perfect hive room. That was a huge deal.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It's good.
Yeah, that was old hive room strats.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. When he got the perfect boring room, that was pretty sick too. With the damage boost.
Right.
Yeah, we have a lot of good old clips.
I've gotten some of those too. It's neat.
Yeah, that damage boost always feels pretty good when you get it.
Oh, Kadoom's old highlights are also really good if you want to hear classic Sam stupidity.
I knew as soon as we started this commentary setup that it would be old farts reminiscing about the past instead of a tournament race, but you're gonna have to deal with that if you're watching this right now.
Yeah, this race is. I'm sure they've heard all the typical, we're going to crate early to get speed booster, and we need speed booster saves a bunch of time. They've heard it all before, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, this is the third race in a row.
Oh, really? What was
second 2.5 race in a row?
Okay.
Yeah, Crunchy did commentary with Destructor for Monkey versus.
Oh, that was earlier today.
FLJ. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which, if you want a good time, you should watch that race. That race was comedy gold.
All right. Well, I guess it's day of the races.
Yeah, we got a lot of zero mission today.
Well, that's a pretty good lead right now. It's like, what, 20 seconds or something?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's about what I expected, honestly. Whale certainly has the higher top end here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
if he can keep his...
Go on.
I was going to say, if Will can keep his cool here, he probably wins this pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a big if, though, right?
It's an if, for sure.
I'm not trying to discredit Will or anything, because I know he can win this, but it can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. PeachDrink is demonstrating how exactly stuff can go wrong. Like that bomb jump, it's so easy.
If you want to see someone experienced messing up a bunch, you don't need only watch my last tournament race.
Yeah, I should watch that at some point.
I mean, it's not so much that I made like a huge amount of errors, but it's the fact that the errors I made were like really bad, so it ended up adding up. I'm sure the same thing could happen here potentially, but we'll see. But Whale got a good as a one fight here, right?
Yeah, it looks like he got a good one.
Yep.
John's message on Discord gives me flashbacks to the first time I ever messaged him.
What?
So, his message on this, you read his message on Discord.
I did not. What did he say?
Well, he has to go to the bathroom, so he's going to be right back.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
if this story is going where I think it's going, I don't think you should continue now.
No, I really shouldn't, but it was effectively the same thing. Long story short.
Right. Okay. What was your first message to me, Sam? Do you remember?
No, I don't, but I could probably find out if I logged on Skype.
Yeah, you'd have to go back to the Skype days, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't remember. I probably like talked about some strategy or something. That's how I did.
All right, chat, hands up if you still use Skype for the occasional thing.
Let me know if there are any hands up, and then I will go
laugh at them.
Yeah, I think some people still use Skype for work situations because old people use it, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's necessarily like a work thing so much as they just have certain standards they have to use. And, well, it's probably an old standard that continues in various companies, you're right. But I can't imagine too many, the audience of the stream still uses Skype very much.
Yeah.
Oh, we got someone who talks at work. See, that makes sense. It's all the work situations.
Yeah, especially given that I think Microsoft owns it now,
Yeah, that makes sense.
For the corporate thing.
is Whale gonna pull off the incredible strat? see, some of the runners here are like better than at these new strats than I am. I always feel that it's because I never practiced it. It's one of those new things that were introduced past my prime.
One of the best things I ever saw was when Mobius Man did. I think he did the JBJ, and then he and then he got the damage boost at that, and he was like, "Ooh, baby!" It was so good. I miss him. He was great.
You make it sound like he's dead, Sam.
It's not that he's dead, but he's not around commentating or anything.
No, you're right.
Having some Metro commentary with Mobius Man would be pretty sick.
Would be sick, yeah.
I agree.
So PeachDrink is someone I can relate to with the way he did that room. That's good, consistent strat that I know of.
Yeah, and I mean, you still have the 4th best time right now, and you still used old strats then.
I think so, yeah. I can't actually remember how old my PB is or what I used at that point. But
Destructor's creeping up there, but...
Did you guys see that?
I saw like 3 frames of it.
Okay, well, pretty good crate fight without the destroyed platform at all. It's
nice. Good. This seems like pretty good pace for Whale so far.
Yeah, maybe we'll see one of those legendary PBs in race situations you've heard so much about.
Maybe. There's still a lot of race to go, but so far it's looking pretty solid for Whale.
There's nothing better than a confident speedrunner.
Having a really good early game also.
Having a good early game feels good, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like, realistically, you know, you can still run a okay early game, but the good early game just feels good. Can't deny it.
Yeah, and then you're more focused, you're more into the run.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You're just more motivated to keep concentrating and keep that edge, so to speak.
Especially for someone like Whale, like we talked about earlier, because, like I said, I can relate to the kind of thinking there.
Looks like PeachDrink had a lot more troubles with his crate. It really snowballed. You mess it up.
Yeah. Crate just sucks. Right.
Wasn't too bad though, but maybe it's just my standards talking here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That didn't look too bad.
Yeah, I am here with 2 of the worst crate fighters of all time, and
crate fighters. I like that.
So, yeah,
I like that too.
That's what we'll call them.
All right, that's me and you, Eagle. We're the crate fighters.
I had something funny to say about the situation, but now I lost it.
I hate it.
I don't have any.
PeachDrink had that kind of rare situation happen where you are sitting on one of Crate's claws and you fly under the platform, so Samus crouches automatically. I don't know if you guys ever had that happen.
I don't know that had it happen very often, but
maybe not automatically, but she like stays crouched under the platform. Or does she? I don't remember. I just remember I had some weird scenario where like rode under the platform once.
I definitely remember one time where somebody went out of bounds.
Yeah, that was me. I got clipped into a wall.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff can happen there.
Just make some of that. Make it consistent out of bounds that goes to other rooms. I think we've got something going.
Yeah, it would be great to have an out of bounds.
I don't think we actually can do that in Zero Mission, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can only clip through 1 block at a time.
Well, it's also just that the rooms aren't like connected that way. Like, suppose we were able to face through the right wall where the door, like in a different place than the door, you wouldn't like move over to the room on the right until we actually hit the door.
Yeah.
I think Biospark did an 8% run without a bounds shenanigans, so at some point, didn't it?
Yep, but like you stayed in the same room and used power bombs.
Yeah, it was very similar to Fusion Memory Corruption.
Right.
But
yeah, if there's something, if you're looking to see something a little different for Zero Mission chat, Biospark has made a rare 8% run, 2 assisted for this game. I think it was 2 assisted, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I can't remember if he mentioned whether he thought it was possible to do in real time, but like,
I can't even remember how he got out of bounds, honestly.
I'm pretty sure ZX talked about it at some point. It's as John would say, aggressively TAS only.
Because
That's not even my phrase.
In Fusion, you actually do have like a category that ends the game earlier by going out of bounds and placing power bombs. So I was wondering if maybe it was possible, supposing we could get out of bounds in real time.
Yeah, I mean,
but maybe not. It's weird though, because it's a run where he actually grabs like a lot of items, but then he just sort of deletes them later on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's one of those cool kind of ooh.
Yeah, good try, Whale. Good try.
That's a hard trick.
Yeah, it is pretty difficult.
Not disagreeing there.
We should probably mention ZX's.
Wow, that was really high up. He almost made it past the slope there.
We should probably mention ZX's and no boss, mini boss TAS. That's also a really good one.
That's pretty much.
If
that's the weirdest TAS I've seen for this game so far.
If you've not seen it, we're not going to spoil the ending for you because it's pretty radical.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Leave it to CX to be the one to do weird tool-assisted runs.
Also,
certainly in the spirit of CX. I remember he once wanted me, just for the hell of it, to go skip crate with a bomb jump. He wanted to see that so badly. Unfortunately, I never delivered.
Yeah,
I know Whale was pretty big on doing that in rando races. Yeah, you two aren't the most creative or expressive players.
Hey, I sent that.
Okay.
I am very
sorry.
Creative. I am not very. I'm pretty lame in actual runs, but I am a very creative runner. I mean, I contributed more than 2 frames to this game.
You certainly did.
I mean, that sounds like a personal attack, but it's pretty misguided.
How misguided is it?
You're off by about 12 frames.
12 frames? Okay, wow. I'll have you know I contributed like 30 frames.
Hey, in context, he's off by a factor of 6. So that's 600% error. That doesn't sound very close to me.
I can't believe I've run this game for so long and all I contributed was 30 frames.
What, 30 frames?
It's that one room in Suitless after the really long room with... Not in Suitless, as you're going to Mecca. With the escape spot room to the left.
Oh, yeah.
The funny thing about that is I think Scotty found a strat that's even faster.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah, I don't like this strategy. I like your strategy a lot more than his. His is like, you have to space jump really specifically.
I don't think my strat is like super revolutionary or anything, so I'm sure someone would have found something similar if I didn't. But I remember there was a weird setup before with like a wall grabbing the ledge or something, I think.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't great, which is why I sort of just came up with something else.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious what the old strat for that was, because I don't...
You would charge a beam and grab the ledge. That was my strategy.
Yeah, I think that was it, basically.
For escape spark room going left?
No, the room to the left of escape spark.
Oh, that!
Yeah.
Oh, in any percent?
Yes.
Okay, I thought we were talking about 100%, and I was like, what on earth are they talking about? I have no idea. Yeah, okay, now it makes sense.
Oh, look, they're picking up the same missile, but Whale is on his way back, huh?
Yeah, Whale went for that ice cream spark and didn't get it.
Ah, he didn't get it. Well, I mean, I'm sad he didn't get it, but I'm also kind of glad he didn't, because I didn't pay attention at all.
I mean, I didn't expect him to get it, based on the fact that it's just a really, really hard spark.
He also had a 1 in 7. He got it like 1 out of 7 times, was it, Sam? When he was practicing.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, consistency in the warm-ups was not there.
Yeah, the second part of that spark is really, really tough. I don't like it at all.
It's
I get it.
pixel perfect. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why you would go for a pixel perfect strat in a run.
Why not? I mean,
Because
I
just
mean-
new fair.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, if you're doing late Brinstar, then you should be doing high jump first, but Will doesn't like it, so we won't see it by him.
Yeah, but it's gaining traction. It's still not accepted as the standard route, but it's gaining traction.
Because it sucks.
It doesn't.
I will say that after I found the easy version of the route, it's a pretty good route.
What do you use now, even, Sam?
I used the easy version of the route.
And early Blinster?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it a lot because you don't have to worry about super missiles whatsoever. So I remember you used to have problems where you would always have to reset because you didn't get enough super missiles or something stupid.
Yeah.
That is the best thing.
But
about
I've
new
actually
fair
started.
for healing.
I've started
For
jumping
skipping.
over the. I've started jumping over the side hopper now, which has helped a lot.
Oh, okay. No, but I really like the you know the easy version of the route is, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I know John knows. It was the stupidest thing
Yeah, I know.
not knowing about that.
Yeah, that was a when you mentioned that to me, that was definitely a dope moment.
Yeah, I think I used the term collective stupidity or something,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
what
You're
was the
doing
term?
collective stupidity and not bringing me into it.
So close. Yeah, I mean, I was the only one using the route for a really long time, and I didn't think of it. I knew that it was possible to fail the spark and do stupid things, but I didn't think to myself ever, there might be a better way to do this.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So- So Whale got through the heated rooms with a refill at screw attack, and it looks like PeachDrink refilled at high jump.
Yes, he did.
Yep, he's a person I mean, that's the kind of speedrun I like. The one that does the strats that I used to.
it looks like he's gonna heal again too.
Yeah, that's just sketchy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, for
It's
me, that's pretty
certainly-
comfortable, but
Yeah, but your movement is better than Peach
well,
Drink's,
yeah,
so-
that's exactly it.
I mean, I feel a little bad if I have less than 200, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, less than 200 is definitely a lot scarier than more than 200.
I mean, you needed like 160 or something, right? Ideally.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
can I brag about having 300 health when I get there?
No.
No, you really
No one
can't.
cares, Sam.
It's like
I hate you guys.
it doesn't matter if you get out with 1 health or 101 health, as long as you get out.
I don't give people heart attacks though when I get out with 100 health.
Well, yeah. See, that's where we differ. you know.
yeah, I mean,
I am entertaining to watch.
no, I think Sam is right. You got to remember that we're an older audience now, and not giving people heart attacks is definitely a good advantage to have.
I'm trying to appeal to the kids. Okay, I'm trying to bring new people into the community by getting them on the edge, so far on the edge of their seat that they've fallen out.
So
See, this is why you're still active and I'm not, because I'm an old fart.
So Will had a little bit of trouble with the Imago cocoon strategy there.
That cocoon
that's-
strategy is hard.
It is really difficult, yeah. I think Will was the first person to start doing it too, so
And then Scotty ran with it and made it better.
I'm so
Yeah,
proud.
pretty much.
I've never done it before.
yeah, I guess I have never done it before either because I'm an old man.
I learned it. I can do it. I'm not as good at probably either Whale or Scotty at it, but
Wait a minute. Why is he leaving Whitley? Isn't that the next area we're going to?
well, yes. He's making use of a little-known glitch where you enter Ridley, instantly collect all the items, and kill the boss. And then you're done.
Okay. Right.
watching new players rather, do this casual is hilarious.
What, the Imago fight?
Because a lot of people explore Ridley for a while and they're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. Yeah, the Imago's hidden a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of mean, right? You get to this new area and it's just like locked off everything, unless you know the secret pathway.
Yeah, which, like, that's kind of a hard thing to find casually, because there's no spider ball, so there's no easy way to bomb the ceiling.
Right.
Imagine if
So-
this game did have spider ball.
Would be great when it's completely useless for the most part.
Yeah.
Will like just barely got the quick kill on. I'm a little behind here. Will like barely got the quick kill on Imago, and then he got the Imago spark right after. So good on him. I hear some people have trouble with that spark. I wouldn't know personally.
Wow, what the heck?
I think they were
Yeah.
just not overlapping enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that
really
must
know
be
either,
it.
Simon.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
You know, you say that, but
I mean, you want to watch all my recent attempts?
a recent is a relative term. Oh,
Oh.
Whalerynth, no.
I mean, sure, recent is a relative term, but let's go with recent from the past. I don't know, 6 months.
That's nowhere near as fun for us. You have to remember.
Well, you're the one who's trashing on my Imago Spark consistency.
Nowhere near as fun.
Okay, all right.
It was a little embarrassing missing that block there with Wave Beam, because Wave Beam is like super duper wide.
Yeah, they took out the best beam in this game. They took out the Spazer, and they combined.
They
it with
just combined it with Wave Beam.
Yeah, but now I don't get to pick up an item that's a Spazer.
I guess not. So is it called Spacer because like it spaces out your beam?
Well, originally, we're getting into some lore here. Originally, it was called the Spazer Laser Beam,
Okay, where did you get that from?
the Metroid 2 manual.
Spacer laser beam.
Uh-huh. You don't believe me? Look it up.
So was the space in the original Metroid 2?
Yeah, Spazer was originally a Metroid 2 thing.
Oh, I'm getting my lore confused here. I thought it only had Ice Beam and what's the other one you switch between? Is that Spacer?
Now, original M2 had Ice, Wave, Spazer, and Plasma.
And you switch between plasma and ice?
Nope, you just have whatever beam that you most recently picked up.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you can switch by picking up one of the.
Yep. So
Others,
there's 3 Ice Beam locations in the game.
Right. That's how I remember it. Okay, so I wasn't completely off.
100% that game's really weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love M2 though. It's a great game.
I don't follow the Metroid lore at all, so I you know.
I mean, neither do I really, but
Sam, you dirty casual.
Yeah, I'm a dirty casual who's put thousands of hours into this game. And I've never read the manual, so.
wow, Whale has no supers here. That's
interesting, yeah.
yeah.
This would be rare.
Oh, what happened? I was not paying attention. What happened?
I'm assuming he just, even if you don't get any drops, you should still have supers, right?
He might have killed one of the owls in the heated room with a super. I seem to remember that happening.
Could be.
Yeah.
You may have just gotten like the gigantic shaft.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean,
So speaking of lore situations, you guys have been streaming Metroid for a while, right? Have you experienced that a lot of people come in like once in your streams and just only discuss the lore?
No, actually, I haven't. Because
I feel like that's happened a lot. Like people, well, maybe they've come in a few times. I don't remember specifically, but I feel like Metroid games out of all series get a lot of people that just come in and talk about the lore a lot.
I mean,
This especially happened a lot when I was playing Fusion. And I can't blame them because Fusion kind of ends on like a cliffhanger, and
It really does.
What's going to happen here, right?
I want my Fusion sequel.
So every time, or at least a lot of the time when I stream Fusion, you got a lot of people coming in and just talking about the lore. And I mean, that's fine. I don't mind people talking about the lore or anything. But I just think it's interesting that it seems to happen a lot with Metroid.
Yeah,
I don't see it as much with other series.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, actually, that has happened to me on a few occasions.
Right.
I think it makes sense, especially with Metroid Fusion, but with the Metroid games in general, because there's so much left to interpretation too, which is kind of fun. I don't know about you guys.
Will we finally get a sequel, you think, soon?
I don't know.
Soon is a relative term. I don't know.
Oh, John.
He had 10 super missiles there, right? I think he
did.
shot everything.
He refilled.
Okay.
Yeah. What was so funny about the phrase "soon" is a relative term, Sam?
I mean, if anybody's paying attention, chat, I know. Oh, PeachDrink fell.
Well, fortunately,
it's backup here, right?
Backup, yep.
Yeah.
There's also the hard backup, but there's a lot less of a reason to do that.
One of the advantages of playing under.
Whale
Did he get zero drops?
He got one, but he decided he didn't need it, which I'm not sure I agree with that decision, honestly, but...
Well, hopefully he gets like 3 or 4 heading out here, if he's lucky.
Yeah. Simon always grabs Speedway, so...
Yeah, I'm of the opinion it should always be skipped when it's sensible to skip it. I only got one. Someone
in chat asked like an important question that I feel like we should discuss here, since we're being super off topic anyway.
Okay.
Why is Zero Mission so much more popular than Fusion?
Well, it's not. Okay, good discussion.
Okay. What makes you say that?
The Twitch follower count.
Oh, it's more for Fusion?
I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but let's check.
Fusion definitely sold more copies, so that would make sense.
Yep.
But as a speed game, we're Zero Mission runners, so we might be a little biased. But
for sure.
There are several problems with Fusion speedruns, and even Fusion speedrunners can agree with us on that.
So on Twitch, Fusion has 17,000 followers, and Zero Mission has 15,000.
Oh, okay.
That's actually closer than I was expecting.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I feel like Fusion gets more viewers, but Zero Mission has more runners.
I can sort of agree with that. I want to say I got a decent chunk of extra viewers when I started doing Fusion semi-regularly. I think just people, like you said, it's so better, right? So more people probably played it in their childhood and
absolutely. I feel like that's much more of it.
And Fusion is really good for that like one-time experience going through it.
Yes.
And that's that'll leave a better lasting impression on most people, I think, compared to Zero Mission.
Yeah, I honestly don't even remember my Zero Mission casual playthrough. What I remember is I did, even when I first played the game, I did a lot of challenge playthroughs. I tried low percent without a guide. I think I got 17 or 18%, something like that.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I tried to get all the endings, all that. Fusion, I did the one playthrough, but I still remember parts of it, like being entirely unable to get through flooded or underwater sector 4.
Right. It does some things really well, but I think the way it's designed just doesn't lend itself very well to repeated playthroughs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or speedruns beyond a certain threshold. It certainly got a little bit annoying to me at one point. It mostly because it has a lot of randomness to it in some aspects, and that can matter a lot for your time, which gets really frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. Fusion is a really tilting game to play, as I've seen many times.
You could actually tell my mood was always way worse when I was streaming Fusion compared to Zero Mission, and it was so funny because I realized it at some point that I was way more frustrated every time I played Fusion, but I wanted I can't remember what I was going for at the time, but I wanted a certain time, and like I think I ended up getting it, but I was just like, ugh. And then at one point I stopped caring as much, and I think the only thing in Fusion I never got that I wanted was a 104 in 100%, and I was definitely on good pace for that a couple of times.
Yep.
Until really late. So it's something I can do, but I really have no desire to return to. Just because of the way Fusion is structured.
You remind me a lot of Ross, who completely gave up on Fusion because it is so frustrating to run that game.
It really is. Like, the number of times I would watch Ross and he's playing well, you know, he's on good pace.
Right.
And then he gets 4 beams at Ridley and then it's just dead. Like,
yeah, it can be pretty frustrating.
Something of that ilk.
But Fusion is still a semi-popular speed game. Maybe not so much right now. I want to say it's a little dead right now. I think there's a few active runners, but it's definitely been more active than Zero Mission during certain time periods.
Yeah, Zero Mission and Fusion kind of have an ebb and flow relationship. One will get more popular and then the other one will die down because there's so much overlap between the communities.
Right, but right now I think it's been in Zero Mission's favor for a while now, and I'm not sure if that's just because people have been dropping out slowly or what, or we're just not getting new runners.
Probably the tourneys always help with that. It usually tends to follow.
Yeah, it might be.
And don't get us wrong, we still love Fusion. Just
yeah, it has a lot of cool things. Even in the speedrun, I one of my favorite sections of Fusion is cleanup in 100%, because cleanup in 100% is just really cool.
Fusion Honda cleanup is really cool.
The problem is that you need to get through all of the game before. And I mean, there's some cool things through the main part of the story too, but there's also some really frustrating things.
I like Fusion a lot as a casual gaming experience.
All right, so good discussion. That lasted a little longer than I thought, but it was good.
Yeah, me too.
So Whale made a Torian.
Torian, the big RNG section of Zero Mission.
Not so much 100% though.
I would have farmed that super. I absolutely would have farmed that first super if I were him. But
yeah, I hope the answer was satisfactory, because I think it's something that gets brought up.
Well's down below 4 supers again.
Yeah, he's being really aggressive.
Yeah, that's a huge gamble. Well, it seems to have paid off a little bit for him.
It paid off.
I mean, I don't know that I would even say that it paid off, honestly, because he's still shooting the same number of super missiles.
Probably, yeah.
Like, I don't think there's ever a reason to go under 4, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I disagree. There are some places where it is worth it, especially in the 4th Metroid room, where you can get really slow times if you don't. But
there are also just some Metroids that are more worth using supers on than others. Like, in the room that Whale is in right now, sometimes you can make 2 Metroids spawn at once, and sometimes you have to, like, and then you have to wait anyway for the second one, so you may as well shoot missiles in the first, for instance.
Yeah. But, yeah, that 4th room is really
double
dumb.
supers.
Nice. Oh, he's gonna... I wouldn't do that.
The double supers again. Oh my god.
I want to see Mother Brain triples.
He doesn't have enough to make it worth it, though, does he?
Nah, he needs one more.
Yeah, okay.
Just get a super from a Whalerynth.
Well,
honestly,
you could. What you could do is you could only shoot 3 supers on the glass, but then it kind of defeats the point of doing Mother Brain triples.
Why? He's going for Mother Brain triples. He absolutely is.
Well, then he only needs 7. No, he's just being dumb.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you?
Like, why did he's got 7 supers left?
So the reason we laughed so much was because what's the odds of getting 1 in 1,000 or something?
It's like 1 in 100, so about 1%.
Right. Yeah, 1 in 1. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I'm guessing it was like a brain thought of gigantic portions or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
he
have
did
to think
grab
so,
the
like-
super missiles, so
yeah, I don't
he
know.
knew he had those supers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no reasonable explanation for
Well-
the decision to save 7 supers for escape.
He is behind his PD, and he might have been frustrated by not having any supers, so this might be a bit of tilt or something affecting
Yeah,
his.
who knows?
Probably.
But we're just inferring at this point. I have no idea.
Right. Well, pace-wise, he's a good chunk of time ahead of PeachDrink. He's basically all of Torian, almost ahead of PeachDrink.
Yeah, he's got a pretty hefty lead at this point.
That's like 4 minutes or something like that. Yeah, any of you guys know? You're better with times than me.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Tournament itself lasts like 3 minutes 20 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds for these guys. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so it's probably like 3.5, 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because Whale was a little bit ahead, I think, when he started. I don't know.
PeachDrink went below 4 supers too. Man, I wonder if he just miscounted. He only went down to 3.
Well, he got lucky too. What is it
Yeah.
with these people being rewarded for? Well, they're not that bad decisions, but like you probably shouldn't.
Well, one thing is when I go down to 4 supers and I miss a super, sometimes I will just autopilot and just shoot another super and go down to 3. And that might be what
I've done
happened.
that too. Like I'd have to think it's something like that. Yeah.
I mean, if you get down to 3, you may as well go down to 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so the expectation is that Whale heals here.
Does Whale use the new tripwire strat?
I think he does.
Okay, because I was talking about that when we were doing the previous race, and I hope we get to see it being shown off because it's neat. It's like something out of a cartoon.
It is a pretty good strat. I can't do it, but it's a good strat.
Yeah,
Really
those-
not that bad.
You mean like those old itchy and scratchy type
Yeah.
cartoons?
So like two bad guys chasing the good guy, and the good guy jumps out of the way last minute, and they end up running into one another. It's that
Yeah.
kind of strat.
It's a good strat.
Yeah, I think Scotty discovered it watching somebody playing, being like, "Oh, let's see
That's
if
possible,
we can do
yeah.
something." Yeah, that's how a few strategies have been found.
Right.
Yeah, just because when you watch someone not doing a speed run, you know.
Oh, he might be. Let's see if he gets it. That looks good to me. Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
That's it. Nice.
It's a pretty good strat. Like, I'm an old fart that never uses any new strats, and even I use it.
Man, maybe I'm becoming an old fart. I don't
Yeah, I
use
think
it.
so. If you don't use it, like, I did it in one of the tournament races and it just worked. But I just kept doing it. Like the only reference I had was watching Scotty's video like once.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Good old Suitless.
I like Suitless, but I like playing it. Watching it.
I think I've done it too many times now.
I don't know. I just find it I find it relaxing, you know, kind of. Did Will get detected there? No, he got it.
No, you got it.
I don't know. It's relaxing in the same way that, like, you know, that familiar stretch of road.
I guess that's how I feel. That's how I feel in any percent after Charlie. That's like the familiar stretch of road.
Yeah, like when you're almost home, you got that. You know, you reach that familiar that familiar stretch of road, and you're like, I'm almost there.
You get that too, Sam, for any percent.
Yeah, I do. I played
After
some 90%,
Charlie.
Yeah. It's so
I mean,
good.
is there only one road? Come on, Ross. I live in a city. I live downtown. I live in the heart of happening things in this region.
Country road, take me home.
Exactly. Every road around here will take you home. That is because there's like 3 of them, but that's beside the point.
Yeah,
Who's the-
I live in a smaller place.
Yeah, no, Sam lives in the middle of nowhere. You know, when I when I was driving to Sam's house before we went to SGDQ, I had Google telling me where to go, and it was like in half a mile you'll arrive at your destination, and I could say, oh, it's that house, because it was the only one on the road that I could see.
How far to your closest neighbor, Sam?
At least half a mile.
Yeah.
At least half a mile.
That's okay, Sam. Like that tells me more than a proper answer would have done, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there are several fields in between my house and the next, so.
Yeah, Sam lives in a flat, empty area.
It's a nice, flat, empty area.
Yeah.
The only thing, it sucks if you want to go to Pizza Hut or some shitty restaurant, but if you want to relax and not have people running the roads, it's not.
Topical commentary, Sam.
I mean...
we can compare it to Suitless, right? Suitless is like the stretch. Like that's the big city, right? Because you're constantly bothered by bystanders.
Yeah, I mean the worst.
I'm trying to make this work. Help me.
Okay. Yeah. So Suitless is kind of like driving to Sam's house.
What?
I thought you. Wait, is that not?
I was going for the
comparison?
opposite.
Okay.
I mean, Suitless is the crowded city. Yes, because people everywhere, right?
Oh, I mean, I guess I don't know. That was. Okay, I think we're trying to make two entirely different.
Okay, let me hear your point then. We have some Suitless left. You can.
Yeah, so Suitless is like driving to Sam's house because,
I thought you were going to be saying Suitless was like a box of chocolates. But...
No, Suitless is not like a box of chocolate. Suitless is like a bar of chocolate. You know exactly what you're going to get, and it's going to be the same every time.
What about the one dude who got like a piece of plastic, or was it a piece of metal in his chocolate bar?
Well,
is that like glitching out in
Suitless?
Suitless? That's like getting a glitch in Suitless that never happened to anyone.
We've seen several of those actually, haven't we? Remember entering the Charlie fight? Several people have had these weird glitches happen.
What,
really?
Enter the Charlie?
Like what?
Yeah, the Darko glitch. You don't remember that one?
I don't know. Please enlighten us.
I have to find it, but he basically froze the game and got a really weird graphical glitch.
Huh, interesting.
Mobius Man got it to happen to him too, but yeah, it's a really old glitch. I'm surprised you don't remember it. It's been.
I don't think I've ever seen it, Sam.
Well, I'll go dig it up for you.
Sure, later.
Yeah, later. Or
fun fact about the Suitless cutscene: you can skip it if you die, and like if your save is like right next to this particular boss, if you just reload the save, you can skip the cutscene again for some reason.
And it's not faster.
No, I mean you have to watch it once first, so it doesn't really work that way. But it would be cool if there was some way to like make that happen without going to Charlie in the first place, so we could just skip the cutscene. That's a good like 30 seconds right there, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty long cutscene.
It really is.
It's also the only cutscene that's skippable in any way, I think, in the final release product.
Really? I've never thought to check the other cutscenes. I had assumed they were skippable.
No, I don't think so. I know in the debug ROM you can skip all of the cutscenes by just pressing the D button, but you can't in the final retail game. That's a very aggressive super that Whale like shot to get down there.
I mean, I did once play around with using only supers after getting the suit back. Oh, PeachDrink is having a fun time.
Oh no, not! Please don't make it the same situation as in the last phase. Is that gonna work? Whoa, okay, nice dodge there. I like it.
Yeah, wow.
No!
Oh.
It's okay, he's safe now.
Yeah, he should be good.
Oh no, Whale bonked, I think. It's okay. Doesn't waste that much time.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been so thoroughly sidetracked by everything we've discussed that I kind of lost my train of thought here.
Yeah, I completely forgot what we were talking about before PeachDrink almost died.
So Soothless is like a box of chocolate.
Sure.
No, wait.
No, Soothless is like a bar of chocolate.
Okay.
What bar of chocolate? Like a Kit Kat or?
I think that depends on how you perceive Soothless at the moment. John said he liked it right now, right? So he's gonna associate it with a chocolate bar he likes.
I wouldn't think of it as okay. So here we go. This raises a different question: is a Kit Kat a chocolate bar?
Yes. Why wouldn't it be?
It's got things other than chocolate.
But it's like chocolate coated.
And I mean, okay, sure, but if I wouldn't consider a chocolate covered pretzel a chocolate bar.
Because it's not bar shaped.
Okay, what if you used one of those straight pretzel sticks and covered it in chocolate? Is it then a chocolate bar?
Yes.
Okay. It's... I mean, I was envisioning a bar of chocolate.
I think chocolate bar is more.
Else.
I think chocolate bar is more of a concept now than it's like the actual descriptive word.
Okay.
See, languages has this thing where like it becomes like a what's the word for it? It's not an idiom, but it's like a word that stands for a concept, whatever. And that's what a chocolate bar is. It's
noun?
a concept. No, it's not a noun. I know what a noun is.
Yeah, Simon is a language major.
Yeah, you wouldn't know from listening to me though.
Yeah,
Someone in chat corrected us, and I guess if it's from the word of God himself, we can't really dispute it. A Kit Kat is officially called a chocolate-covered biscuit bar.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate description of what it is.
Are you happy now, John?
Yes.
Okay.
Did we ever discuss why I keep calling you Simon? I hope people aren't confused because it's impossible for me to call you by your online name.
It's because Sam really likes doxing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I use John's name, because his real name is John Unful.
Okay. No, I have.
Now he did it again.
I have made it excruciatingly clear that I don't like people using my actual name.
That's okay. I've already forgotten what it is.
Oh, good.
I haven't, but let's for the sake of argument.
I mean, I would believe it because you never use it.
I have to stop and think about it.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to stop and think about Sam's name.
Yeah, Sam is really uncreative. But
his actual name is not Sam.
Yeah, it's Samuel.
See, now you're doing the doxing too.
Yeah, because it's such an uncommon name. I mean, there's only like gotta be 2 or 3 people named Sam.
Biscuit water. What's biscuit water? Water with biscuit in it?
That doesn't sound very tasty.
Speaking of biscuits, I am from Denmark, and we have these things called. Well, I think they're actually more popular in the US now than they are anywhere else. You know about Danish butter cookies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a brand, mostly every other place than Denmark. I don't think many people actually particularly like them here, except for maybe old people. There's something you would find in an old folks home, I guess. But
Yeah.
those are absolutely awful. I can't stand them.
Really?
Yeah, they're awful. You like them?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for butter cookies or sugar cookies or whatever you might. I mean, I know butter cookies and sugar cookies are different, but they're not that different.
Oh no, we started a whole discussion thing.
Yeah.
about
I mean,
about chocolate bars.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if a healthy majority of the substance is chocolate and there's something in it, then I would call that a chocolate bar. But a Kit Kat is very clearly mostly wafer with a covering of chocolate. Therefore, it's not a chocolate bar.
So water biscuits are an actual thing.
Huh.
They are crackers made with flour and water, according to one knowledgeable chat member. Thank you.
You're one of those people who think they're dry when they're underwater.
So, random question. Remember those crackers you brought to AGDQ that were really good? What were those?
Yeah. They tuck.
Oh, yeah. Okay, those were really good. I missed
TUC, but they were paprika flavored ones. Alright, so in order to not get too off topic, Whale is doing the door clip route here, right? The one I'm averse to because it's new.
I can't believe you're averse to this. It's so good.
What do you think, Sam? You think more like I do.
Given the fact that I created it, I can't really comment on that.
Come on.
All right, then I'll let Sam's gameplay do the talking here. Sam does it.
You do, Sam?
No comment.
Yeah, Sam is the door clip route.
He's ashamed because he's betrayed me.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so tell me real quick. Can you run through the advantages of doing door clip route?
More consistent.
It's more
You
consistent.
don't have to.
Because
you don't have to do.
You don't have to do the long shine spark chain in the landing site.
Is that really so bad?
Well,
I mean, it's less bad than not doing it.
See, here's the thing. You know how I can't do the fast version?
Oh, that was funny. We'll let go
He
of.
just stopped.
Yeah.
I think he let go of. I think he must have let go of left before jumping.
Yeah, it sure looked like it. All right, what were you saying, Sam?
Oh, I always used to do the really slow version of.
Oh, well, I guess I can see it if you're doing the slow version. I want to say I've never really had very many issues doing the fast version, and I think Mobius used to do the fast version, right? Maybe.
Yeah, he must have. I've always been a coward, though.
I mean, I used to do the fast version, but
Yeah, was it that bad?
I just hate it, man. Like, I didn't have too much trouble with it, but I still hated doing it.
Oh, interesting.
So,
It's not something I've seen very many complaints about in the past.
I don't know. It's just long and it's annoying, and there's such a huge penalty for failure. I much prefer just ignoring all of that. Like, yeah, I lose out on maybe 3 or 4 seconds of potential time save, but
That's
whatever.
interesting.
All right, it took me like 20 minutes, but I found it.
Did you find the video you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
36
views.
That is
No wonder I haven't seen it.
That is a retro video clip right there.
Oh, it looks like I guess PeachDrink is doing the door clip route too.
Door clip route is pretty standard for newer runners now.
Is it really? Wow. I'm
Yeah.
way
Well, and it's because you don't have to do that long shine spark chain.
okay. Well, I guess I could see why the Shine Spark chain would be intimidating to a newer player.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, if you can't do the fast version, then you're saving time with door clip route. Assuming we're not talking about lottery. Winning lottery is still the fastest, no matter what.
Okay. Interesting. Guess I'll stick with the what I'm doing if it's faster anyway.
I mean, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
can't-
don't swap, man. Just
I mean-
do what you've been doing.
Sam regrets it.
I mean, it's cool. I really like the idea of a clip. I just wish it was guaranteed faster because
Me
I think
too.
we need more of that stuff in Zero Mission.
Stuff that is just straight up faster.
One thing, the new spark that Dragon Fangs found really helps, but that is hard.
That's a crazy hard spark. I've never done it.
Oh, I forgot. You can use a power bomb in the next room and save time and not do the route.
Yeah. You can do the door clip and still make it faster with
It's kind of a meta strategy if you get hit, though. Like, if you get hit, it's faster to get hit again and use the power bomb in the next room.
I think you guys have lost me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost there too, but no biggie.
It's okay. I don't think chat can really follow along too unless they're like really experienced with both routes.
Yeah, that's the thing about talking about all these new routes. Like trying to talk about which one is better it gets so esoteric so fast.
Yeah, all three of us use pretty different routes overall, if I remember correctly. So
I'm gonna say Data Spark is easier, even though I've never done Data Spark either.
I think that's a hard spark to make an opinion of if you haven't tried it.
I mean, well, I'm basing that opinion off the fact that I consider myself to be a good zero mission player.
Right.
I know I'm arrogant, full of myself, whatever.
Well, spark timing is also a little strange in Fusion. It feels like, at least.
I have tried that spark several times. That save room spark you can do. I have never gotten it once. I've come very close, but I have not gotten it. And good Fusion players will pull off Data Spark with a reasonable degree of reliability.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's most just that you need the timing for the skid. Like you can actually skid extremely far and still make it.
And that's the difference.
Right.
Like when you do Data Spark, you can skid, and while you're skidding, the pressure pad will go down. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen with Save Room Spark.
So one of the other important things about the Save Room Spark is you have to have good menuing too, which is also a little weird.
Wow, there's something I didn't think out here.
I mean,
I gotta have good menuing.
I think Whale's not doing the frame saver in that room. Oh, he tried it. Okay. It's such a good frame saver.
Speaking of menuing, I always really wanted sleep mode to be useful for something in a speedrun. I think that'd be sick.
Imagine if we had arbitrary out of bounds that could only be achieved by activating sleep mode.
Yeah, I know. There's gotta
like
be something shuffled around.
Yeah.
Somebody testing that.
Going for the gutsy space booster. And I think PeachDrink got this. Does that look right? Yeah, it looks right. Okay.
I mean, sleep mode works on console, so you can just play around with it on console.
Sleep mode doesn't work on emulator?
I guess not. I mean, I can't say I've ever tried it, but...
Alright, it's time to ban emulator after all. I never knew that. If you can't pull off sleep mode, it's not real.
Yeah. Well,
wouldn't it be great if we found a sleep mode only glitch?
Yeah.
And it would skew for all.
That would be funny. I would laugh quite a bit if the thing that did in emulator validity and zero mission was the inability to activate sleep mode.
You could probably get some pissed off people on that, right? I can't imagine it's that. Well, maybe it does some strange things with the console. What do I know?
Yeah,
but
I have no idea.
It could probably be emulated, I think.
I'd have to think so. People have emulated so many bizarre things.
Right. I think they've actually started doing Game Boy Player on Dolphin, the GameCube emulator. Yeah.
Huh.
I think they've started at least. I'm not sure if they finished it, but I think they've started doing it.
Yeah, I thought I remembered seeing in like a Dolphin wiki or something that they weren't planning on introducing Game Boy Player support.
That's what I thought too, but I think I saw something recently about it.
I will sit corrected then.
Well, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, well. Regardless, I'm sitting comfortably now.
Good for you.
It's very good for me. I'm very happy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I am fairly upset because he invited me into his home under the pretense that he had a good working computer chair, and he didn't.
When... You're making it sound like I was like, Sam, come on over. I've got a great computer chair. And then when you got here, I was like, haha, psych, I don't.
Is that all it takes?
That's how it went. That's exactly how it went.
Do I just gotta lure Sam with a computer chair? I have a really good chair, actually, Sam. It's not a computer chair, but it's an office chair.
I have a really
That
good
sounds
chair,
interesting.
too.
Same thing with John, too.
Dude, well, you've been here when my chair was here.
I have, but I remember you had forgotten that your chair was broken when I came, and we had a chat about it. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really broken. It just could have used some improvements.
Chat, if you feel left out by this conversation, don't worry. I'm feeling left out too.
If you're feeling left out by this conversation, then go buy yourself an awesome computer chair.
I just mean the whole story about Sam visiting is all.
I mean, I don't think there's much of a story there. It's not like I told Sam to come over.
There's obviously a story if Sam remembers it so vividly.
I mean, yeah, apparently, but
Well, I
talk
remember
about this computer chair.
I remember a lot of things vividly that I shouldn't, so you can disregard a lot of what I.
I mean, I talk about my computer chair quite a bit because it is a legendary chair.
Oh, now I'm curious too.
So the chair that I'm currently sitting in is the same model chair that John F. Kennedy used when he was president.
Expect an American to know that.
You think I'm kidding? I am being 100% serious with that claim.
So, owning the same chair that John F. Kennedy did, what would that be in terms of zero mission achievements?
Owning the same SP, the same model of SP as a world record holder, but that's pretty easy.
Yeah, no, it's more like achieving.
What about owning that one SP for the zero mission competition in Japan?
Oh, that would be sick.
Talking to Spidey Whitey in 2019. Yeah, that would
they had like a time trial competition for zero mission in Japan only.
Interesting.
That's why the time tag mode is there. It's because you get a code for you could send into Nintendo and they could verify whatever time you got. And then they had a competition. I don't remember how people got it, but they had both any percent and 100%. And the prize was this really awesome, I think it was like an orange Game Boy Advance SP.
Neat.
So that's got to be like a super rare collector's edition now. I don't think I've ever seen it on eBay or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I've always wondered though about those times. That is always something that I've been so curious about. Those times are very unrealistic back in the day.
Well, it's segmented times, but even then they're still pretty good as far as I remember.
Yeah. Nowadays they're pretty. I don't think they're very good, but it's always like on the back of my mind curious because I've never seen a good runner come out of Japan for this game. So
right.
Well, for all we know, there's a super active Japanese zero mission community that's like
I think that's
isolated.
Yeah, we would have seen videos, especially on Nico Video, which is where the Japanese runners are. I tried looking on there and I found nothing. It's always annoyed me a little bit, honestly.
Yeah, and Zero Mission was like all of Metroid series was never a popular game in Japan, really.
Well, I do know that, not that I follow Samus Returns speedrunning super closely, but I do know that there's a Japanese runner of Samus Returns who, like, I don't know that he's very involved with the rest of the community outside of the Japanese community, but I think until very recently he technically had the any percent world record with a 0% fusion run.
They found him though.
Oh, did they?
I mean, we're talking about it, so they must have found him, right? They know who he is. They know he exists.
Yeah, well, I think that's just because he posted his run on the leaderboard.
Well, there you go. We've had this game for how long, and we have.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, maybe there's a Japanese-only leaderboard that we don't know about.
Yeah.
There's a hidden sect of Japanese zero mission runners.
I remember back in there are several games where the Japanese community is really mysterious in ways. Like in Melee, that happened too, where there's this one runner who came up with a ton of strategies and like completely revolutionized stuff, and he kept to himself all the time.
Was that for?
It was for target test in Melee.
Right.
And the guy came up with like half a dozen strategies in target test. It was pretty crazy.
But again, you ended up finding the guy.
Kinda, sorta. The Japanese players end up finding him, kinda, sorta, because he wasn't even involved with their community very much. No one knows who he is still.
Huh.
Well, you know something about him. We don't know anything about the potential zero mission Japanese community.
Yeah, we need a Japanese person who knows their stuff about Metroid Zero Mission.
Yeah, sure. I don't think they exist.
I think the closest we have for now is Raphael.
But if
or Bubsy, I guess Bubsy lives in Japan, doesn't he?
I have no idea.
But if you do find one of those rare SPs, they are probably a big collector's thing now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe the people who own them don't even know that they're worth something, and then somebody nabs it, you know?
Could be.
You know, like those tournament-winning, what do you call those again? Super Nintendo NES games?
Right.
NES World Championships, yeah.
Super valuable NES games.
Mm-hmm.
So what pace is what pace is Whale on right now? Do you guys know?
I'm gonna say like 113, 114.
Okay.
Or 113, 114.
Okay, so he might actually beat the time I got the other day. That's pretty cool.
I think we're setting a record for not talking about this race, by the way.
Yeah, I think we've said how many sentences in total do you think we've said talking about the actual race at hand?
To be fair, we did have like 3 races in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed this commentary.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't totally awful, but I've been having fun at least.
I've been having fun too. I think this sort of commentary is a lot more entertaining to do than just the same old. Okay, he's fighting Mecha Ridley now. Mecha Ridley takes 17 supers and 3 missiles to kill when we get 100% because his health triples. I mean...
Yep, he's definitely got that 100%.
Yep.
You bored me in the middle of that sentence already.
Wow, see, there you go.
I bored myself in the middle of that sentence too.
Alright, so come on, Whale, beat my time.
What was your time for reference?
113 something.
Okay, that was no more specific than what I knew.
I think it was probably like
question.
mid 113.
That is slightly more specific. Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember honestly, but I had like a bunch of horrible mistakes. Like I accidentally used the power bomb at the wrong height for the really far away power bomb, so I had to go back and charge.
I did that at a SGDQ.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Dropped a space jump, dropped the power bomb way too low.
I don't even know how it happened. It's just like my button press didn't work for whatever reason.
Right, so
you should go to AGDQ, Simon.
Should I go to AGDQ? I don't think so.
You should. I'm going.
I think Will's looking at like a 113. I'm going to say 30. Okay, well, now every bet is off the table.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. Will's probably looking at a 114. I'm gonna say it straight up. I hate that space boost. That space boost is stupid.
I only dislike it because people who talk about it never get it. I think it's decently cool, but if you get it consistently, cool, that's fine.
No,
I just don't see it happening very much.
Yeah, nobody does get it consistently because it goes
agree.
actually really hard, and it doesn't even save time. If you get it, you're not saving time over the free strat.
Right. So 113.
54, it looks like.
Pretty good. What's Whale's PPE these days? Is it like 111 something?
Yeah, 111.58.
Oh, that's... Oh, dangerously close. I remember when 111 was like near unattainable.
Yeah, so many people have gotten 111s and stuff lately. A lot of people have been dropping their time.
Sweet. I never get enough I never pay enough attention to the machine anymore. I should.
Yeah, I know. It's me and Sam verifying all the runs on the leaderboards nowadays.
Well, I did give you a bot for that exact reason, that I probably wouldn't be that active. Well, to be fair, I used to do almost all of the verifications. Like, if you go to a certain time period, it's like all verified by Eagle. And then Sam took over, I think, for a bit, and now it's you two.
And then for some reason, Ross is a mod.
He was... I think he took over while some of us were away or something. And he's definitely verified runs too. I think he volunteered when we started doing emulator stuff.
Ah, yes. This presumably is Whale. Hi, Whale.
Hey, Whale. So I guess we're going to talk about the run for the first time and the whole run. But,
Dang.
I'm really sorry, guys, but there's some bumbleberry pie waiting for me, so I will leave you two. Later.
Wow.
Well, I wanted to do some off-topic discussion. Y'all just went off-topic for an hour and 14 minutes. I want to join.
Did Sam just say bumbleberry pie?
Something like that.
That's what he said, yeah.
That is the kind of pie. That's what they said it is. It's some mix of a bunch of different kinds of berries.
Okay, that makes sense, actually. Okay. All right. I guess that's the end of that discussion. Okay, so...
So I have some important lore. Mm-hmm. Bumbleberry pie is a Canadian mixed berry pie originating from the Maritimes, yeah. It is made of at least 3 different kinds of berries, but generally refers to a mixed berry pie, as there is no such berry as bumbleberry.
Okay. I thought you just watched blueberry or something.
This pie often also contains apple or rhubarb. Berries commonly used in this pie may include blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries. All right, so there you go.
All right. Today we all learned about a new type of pie. Except for Sam, who already knew about it.
Well, presumably he didn't know because he wasn't sure how to describe it.
Yeah. Oh, Whale.
Hello.
Okay, you are still here. I wasn't sure if you'd left. Can we talk about Torian real quick?
You know, I'm just going to start with the fact that I really wasn't focused in that run at all. All those missed supers, the fact that I wasn't farming anything.
The fact that you had 7 supers saved up for escape.
Yeah, the fact that I didn't super the Zebs at all.
Well, the fact that you didn't super the glass at all.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that either.
And we all thought you were setting. Well, I thought you were setting up for triples, which is entirely in character. But then you didn't. I don't even think you did doubles.
If I had been focusing on that race at any point, I totally would have done triples because that's something I would totally do. But I just, my mind was totally wandering throughout the entire race.
Oh, PeachDrink.
He could have saved that. He could just roll under. Yeah, but I can totally see that being if you're not familiar. Yeah, he needs to go farther back now. But if you're not familiar with that scenario, I can see it being weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's what's he doing? Did he escape?
Oh no. He said escape and he landed on top of the pile. Wasn't sure what to do. So he
started on escape spark today.
And then he accidentally did a diagonal spark up a hill.
Yeah.
But I would like to give a shout out to a few people. Shout out to John for Fungineer Jump. I got a first.
I mean, we wouldn't know because we weren't.
Exactly.
I mean, let me be clear here. Even if I was watching, I'm watching at 3 frames per second, so I probably wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Shout out to I forget who it was, but someone asked me to do pirate strat.
That was me.
So I set up to do the normal strat, which is just tripwire skip, and then I was like, you know what? Someone requested it. I'll go do the other strat. So I lost.
Yeah, it's better. Why wouldn't you do it?
I went for fast searchlights. I never do that.
Okay.
I was totally expecting to fail that, so it was a nice surprise to actually get.
So PeachDrink finishes with 118.42. Pretty good race, guys.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I said we didn't watch much, but I was definitely watching, and it was enjoyable for the most part.
I was watching it. We just weren't commentating on the race itself specifically.
Right.
There was a shout out I wanted to give the monkey at some point. I think it was around high jump at the time, but I don't remember what I wanted to give him a shout out for. So shout out to Monkey for I have no.
Shout out to Monkey for just being a quality dude. How about that?
Wow, we're actually getting pretty wholesome now.
I mean, why not, man? I think this was a pretty wholesome race experience overall.
I bet
I enjoyed your commentary. Maybe that was part of why I just couldn't stay focused, is because y'all kept taking the subject.
Because we were talking about what was and was not a chocolate bar.
Personally, I am on the side of the Kit Kat not being a chocolate bar.
Well, apparently that's the technical definition, so I guess I'll concede. But I'll still call it a chocolate bar till the day I die.
All right.
Also, white chocolate isn't chocolate. Fight me.
I got no opinion.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not invested.
I don't really care about white chocolate because I don't actually think it tastes very good. Like as like a what's the word? I don't know. It's like a partial bit of the food or the chocolate or whatever. It can taste good, but it adds a bit of contrast. But overall, I just don't care enough about it.
All right, so we're getting. I'm not sure if PeachDrink is coming into the commentary stream or not, but we're getting his in-game time in a second, and then I'm not sure if we're still behind or not, but we'll probably want to pass it over in not wasting too much time.
Yeah, for sure.
But if PeachDrink wants to come in and talk, that's probably what we'll do.
Yep. I don't see him yet.
Yeah, he's not on the list of people, right?
Okay, what did I miss, guys?
Everything.
We're just about done, I think.
That was some very good pie, by the way. Bumbleberry pie, I would recommend.
I looked up what it was while you were gone.
Yep. We taught everyone watching about what bumbleberry pie is.
Did you know it's a Canadian dish, Sam?
No, I did not know that.
Well, it is. All right, so 57-25. Congrats on both of your time. That how many rounds do we have left for the tournament now? Anyone know?
I haven't been keeping track. The only thing I know is that John Unful has a perfect record.
Well, I sure don't have a perfect record.
Yeah, who is the other person you lost to anyway?
I lost to Crunchy because I died.
Okay.
That's the good old washed up speedrunner attempt to race without practicing kind of syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that you're like 3-2 or something. I'm like, who did he die to? Because I know you lost.
Well, I've only lost to one so far, but I'll probably lose to Scotty this weekend.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to commentating that race myself. I think Sam's on commentary for that one, so it'll be a good one.
Scotty's vulnerable. He doesn't have I don't know that he has an SP.
Maybe I'll stealth practice and pull off that 109 I've been wanting.
Yep. I don't believe it, but...
No, I don't know. All right, should we hand it over? I don't think PeachDrink is coming into...
I think we're good at this point.
Yeah, we should be good.
I'll ask him real quickly.
I hope y'all enjoyed our commentary, though.
I certainly enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. That was fun. Good race, Whale and PeachDrink.
Yeah. Peach Drinkers are funding.
Oh, he needs an invitation.
Oh, yes. He's interested in an interview.
We'll quickly do that, and then we'll not mooch off speed gaming any longer. Did someone send him an invitation?
Yes, I did.
Okay. so hot. It's 3 a.m. and it's still hot.
Yeah, the heat sucks, especially where John lives. The heat where he lives is miserable.
Hey, PeachDrink.
Hey everybody.
You had a pretty good run, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I lost a little bit of time here and there, but I have a lot of time to save in a lot of spots, and I got like a 33-second gold before or right after Torian cleanup, so I was kind of sweating for a minute. I thought I might have forgot something.
That's a pretty massive gold.
Yeah.
I was happy about my 7-second cleanup gold split the other day myself, but that was mine out of the water.
When you get a gold like that, you know you'll end up getting a PB soon enough.
Yeah, I have like over a minute and a half to save in Torian. My PB right now didn't get any super drops all the way through, so I had to farm up missiles at the
right.
So I have so much time to save. I'm due for a PB.
That's pretty cool. It'll probably happen sometime during this tournament then.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I was hoping it would be against Whale, but to no avail.
Well, better luck next time.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know if you listen to our commentary, but we generally enjoy these runs very much, but we were also kind of off topic throughout the whole thing.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, I enjoy watching the commentary back. Unfortunately, I don't have an internet to sustain a stream and stream.
Right.
So.
Okay, well, you have something to look forward to, I guess.
Perfect.
If you end up watching this one back.
I would suggest watching this one back just because the commentary was totally on point in terms of enjoyment.
Perfect. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't commentate this very often anymore, but I enjoyed it. So I was glad that I did it.
Oh, PeachDrink, are you Canadian?
I am.
Have you ever heard of Bumbleberry Pie, just out of curiosity?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, though. I have no idea what it is. But I have heard of it, for sure. Thought you were going to say something like bagged milk or something.
No, I mean, I'm Canadian too, but people were looking at me. Well, they were listening. It was, what is this guy talking about when I said Bumbleberry?
So it's a Canadian mixed berry pie originating from the Maritimes, and it's made of at least 3 kinds of berries.
That's what I read like earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
Perfect.
We should probably start mooching off of Speed Gaming's time now. So thank you for the race, and thank you to my commentators. It was enjoyable.
GG.
Yeah, he's the host, and yeah, GG. Well, I'm glad you had a decent race time. I know, like sometimes hit or miss, especially all this.
Yeah,
stuff
today was a very interesting run because I feel like I just couldn't focus, but I'm still glad that I was able to put up a 113.
Yeah, for sure.
Good race. GG to both of you.
Thanks. Yeah, take care, everybody.
Take care.